I learned a lot about myself. I learned a lot about what I could put up with and what I could endure. I made friendships there. I learned a lot. I had many enlightened moments. I wrote prolifically. I talked to everybody. And when I left that prison, I had changed that prison, maybe only a little bit, but I had made a difference. And one thing I learned is wherever I go, the revolution continues. It continues in jail. It continues in Calgary, Vancouver, wherever I'm called to go. That's where I'm taking the revolution. And I hope you will all be there with me. A revolution requires sacrifice. Despite revolutions of history past, it does not require violence. That's why I came up with the idea of overgrowing the government. It was a perfect answer to an authoritarian state that hates plants and hates people. What are we going to do to get rid of that kind of government? What are we going to do to change that kind of attitude? We're going to overgrow the government. A peaceful botanical revolution with plants as our insignia, with plants as our weapon, plants as our inspiration, marijuana particularly as our inspiration. We're going to overgrow the government. We're going to change the world. And I hope in time's future, I can count on your support.
Always,
Well, I'm certainly going to need it. I'm going to need you to do more than write letters to the editor. We're going to have to actually talk to politicians at the local level. You've got an election coming up, and you've got a guy who hates bong shops, Mr. Barrows, Alderman Barrows. You've got to get rid of that guy. You got to get rid of that guy by supporting his opponent. Make sure you give money to his opponents who are running in his riding. That is the effective way to deal with people who are out to get us. If they're out to get us and jail us and hurt us, then we've got to take action. Identify the people responsible and take concerted action. Give money to his opponents.
I'm going to get you to take a break for a second.
All right.
Just going to get Mark to take a break. I just want to elaborate on that, Greg Barrows. We have his contact information up here. We'd like you to contact him, email him, phone him, his website, and again, vote for the other candidate. Also, his proposals up here. We have petitions for the BC3. We have donation boxes here for the BC3. We'd like to see them start to fill up. Mark is very accommodating. We'll personalize some t-shirts. You got to buy a t-shirt for $10. He'll personalize it for you. Grant Krieger's here. We'll do the same. Jodie Emery as well as here. She will be more than happy to sign them if you like. We can take pictures of you with Mark. Just wanted to give you a few minutes.
Sure, no problem. I'm ready though.
Oh, you ready again?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna let Mark take the stage.
If you've got any American,
Mark,
by the way, I'm the leader of the BC Marijuana Party. The great thing about the Marijuana Party or all political activity is it's not just about being a political party ourselves. We ally with anybody who is going to help the pot people. And one of the things we've been doing a lot of, in fact, today, one of the projects we have is across South Carolina, we've got a bicycle caravan. It's called Hope for America. Vote for Ron Paul. Ron Paul is a wonderful person, a doctor who's 72 years old. He's seeking the presidency of the United States. He's running under the Republican nomination, and he has promised us yesterday on television in the United States alone. He said when he's president, and we want to make him president, he's going to pardon all the pot people and all nonviolent drug offenders will be released from the jail. He has a radical plan to change America by ending the drug war, ending the Iraq war, obeying the Constitution of the United States, taking away all the power that the federal government of the United States has usurped from the states, and ending the drug czar's office, ending the war on drugs, legalizing medical marijuana, and legalizing industrial hemp. Please tell all your American friends that you know to check out Ron Paul. He's an amazing guy. Google him on the internet. Look at some of his speeches. You're going to be amazed. In fact, Ron Paul would be very, very popular here in Alberta, and we need worldwide support because when we change America, we change the world. And it's important to think that way. Think globally, act locally, and smoke locally. Absolutely goddamn right. You're going to do that. We've got to change America. We've got to change the Canadian government. We've got a minority government in this country. And when my extradition comes up, it's going to have to be signed by the Justice Minister, who's currently the Honorable Rob Nicholson, Conservative from Niagara Falls. He only got a plurality of a few thousand votes in the last election. He's very vulnerable. If he does the wrong thing, you have to punish the people responsible. Remember that. Your Justice Minister is Rob Nicholson, a Conservative. We're in the heartland of conservatism. You should talk to Stephen Harper, who represents a Calgary riding. You should talk to the members of Parliament here. Tell them patiently, send a letter, a written letter. Visit them in their office. Make an appointment. Wear your t-shirt when you see them. Tell them how concerned you are. Not about marijuana necessarily, but about our sovereignty. About being Canadian. About the ability to keep our citizens in our criminal justice system. Not to be sent to the gulags of the United States. A barbaric place that we have nothing to learn from and that we should never imitate. Is there anything we need to know about the United States we don't already know? No! Is there anything we can learn about their drug war? No! And that it's awful, that it punishes people, that it breaks up families, that it ruins lives. A good friend of mine, Barry Cooper, a former Texas cop, said every day haunts him when he thinks about the number of children whose faces he saw as he kicked in doors, raiding their parents and taking them away and breaking up families, all about marijuana. He said he made over 800 busts alone, 100 busts in houses, all about marijuana. He separated over 500 children from their parents in his time as a lawman, and he feels terrible about it now, and he goes everywhere and talks about how terrible he feels about what he's done. We are making converts. We are making progress. It requires real dedication and commitment, and it requires an adult attitude. Don't be afraid of politics. Politics is a dirty thing, but it's necessary for us to participate in it for our own defense. Absolutely get involved with politics. And you don't have to choose a party that necessarily supports legalizing. It's a smart idea to join the Conservative Party of Alberta, the Conservative Party of Canada in Alberta, and work right here in Calgary. This is one of the most influential cities in Canada as far as our current government goes. Take advantage of the fact that you are here. You can talk to the people in power. You can talk to the people that influence the Conservative cabinet. It's absolutely essential to get politically involved and do those little important things like writing letters to your member club, make an appointment, having a rally. Make sure you get out to vote in the next civic election, and make sure you watch CBC on October 23rd when the Prince of Pot story premieres on television. It's called USA versus Marc Emery. It's a lovely little film. I hope it'll inspire you to either burn down the U.S. Embassy and get out and support it. Thanks very much, everyone. I love this hat. They work, keeps the sun off.
Shut this off.